mean, if you close like your window, it is. I mean, if your apartment doesn't have big noise, then.
Oh no. Yee. Yeah. Welcome, Lewis. Okay. We have about 5 minutes until the stream. I messed up on running my program, which I think I can't really kill necessarily. What if I hit Control D? Oh, yeah, I like really messed it up. uh, but that's okay. I'll be starting very soon, within a minute. So let's not worry about that wonky timer that says 10 minutes.
I spent the last week literally
taking 3 classes.
I'm only taking 1 class.
Oh, you're only taking wait just this one?
I saw you, the senior gang, walking outside to eat, I guess. I don't Power Rangers.
Yeah, at the same time as and they're on that side now. It's pretty alright. My favorite part was just grabbing effects and like sound effects from or like fucking the sound effects are like ching 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 like little like bicycle. Fucking Alex, his edit was just literally the entire like he picked it was oh yeah, it was this dude. Every time we spoke it would just be sound effects. It'd be like ching ching. It'd be like because it's stupid. I didn't realize that it was supposed to be like actual try at editing something proper. Yeah. So you just made a meme of it. And it was really funny.
It's glorious.
That time he really wanted to be like, I want to make
I'm just gonna get the censorship beat.
I'm just gonna beep out random
Specific parts.
Get the whole black bar and everything.
Where the fuck is these guys been?
Perfect. Yeah.
Let's go get some.
Like, all right.
Let's go.
Wait, you should totally do like one moments where they're like, hey, or like whatever you're like talking about. I don't know about and just a big redacted on the fucking front of it. And then it half cuts like, yeah, he was okay.
Yes. Yeah, he was good, but what about him? I can't show what he's saying. I was not.
I'll be upstairs.
Oh, it's time. Let me go ahead and just finish up what I was doing off screen and show you guys What's going on? There we go. Okay. Oh, now it's starting to get a little bit loud, but that's okay. Welcome. This is the 100 Days of Game Development with me, Devon, and it is day number 24. For today's goal, we're going to be implementing a new level into the game since we only have one level. And to start that off, I want to accomplish a smaller task that I set for myself last night. I found that making buttons was a little bit cumbersome to make them from scratch, and that I could templatize or make a base button that all of my other buttons could rely off of if I quickly needed to add a button to the game. So I'm actually going to start by making that. I found a really nice gray tile that will allow me to tint it to different colors, which is really nice. Base button. So, yeah. And it takes very simple things. I think I still remember exactly the asset that it was. It was this gray box 3, gray button 3. Go ahead and drop that in. I'm going to call it a texture. And I know I need a label. This label is not going to have anything on it just yet. I'm actually going to expose that as a exported variable so that I can just write it in the GUI here instead of having to do all of this. So let me go ahead and correct it. I want to make sure that the texture is in the center of the screen and it is the right size. 0, 0. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. Click and drag. Click and drag. Yeah, I don't have there we go. 3. I don't have a mouse on me, so some of the functions I would normally use with the mouse don't exist. Let me go ahead, do like this. There. And now I can go back to the label, make sure that everything is centered. I'll put some text in there just to show off that it doesn't work, and I'll say not working. It's all supposed to be uppercase, black, and I have a custom font I like to use that I've been always using, and that's under the font folder. It's the Kitty Vector of the Future. I think it's a very nice blocky style font. Oh, wrong place. I have to open that up first. There we go. Not working. ... There. And I'll give it a base font size of 24. I think is what I've been using. That's a little too big. So 20. Going a little bit on the smaller side doesn't hurt. Let's go ahead and resize that. Okay, I take it back. 18. I want some space in between. There we go. Default 18. I'll go ahead and save this as the base button under the prefabs for UI. And I'll actually give it a script so I can expose some of those variables that I quickly want to change. This isn't a script, this is adding a child. I had to click on it first. There we go. Base button, we're going to put it in the script folder over here. Open. Create. Alright. So one thing that this button needs to do is it needs to actually it needs to become a pawn. That's what it basically starts off as. And I'm gonna, by default, have each button be a 1x2 block. So I want to look back at like my continue tile because it has that same code. I'll actually go ahead and grab all of this and just start documenting my code. Base button. Base button. Operations include being a base button. Base button. The brief. It's the base button. Man, now that I've used the word, I can't get it out of my vocabulary. But it's not the parent node. Well, I almost want to say parent and child because the parent will inherit the child inheritance stuff. Parent node. It's an inherited node. It's a node that all buttons inherit. Inherit features from. I think that's pretty plain English, except that I spelled inherit wrong. Except that I don't know how to spell inherit. There. I did. Okay. Inherit. There we go. Inherit features from. Tile takes up 2 spaces, or it will in a moment. There. Control V. Easy day. There. So now I have this base button, and now we can start exposing some of the variables inside, such that each button has a name. Export. Each export has a color. Ooh. I guess I can't use the word color. Color is a reserved word. So I'll use, what will I use instead? Modulate. Maybe I won't. Maybe I just won't. Okay. I'll give them all a name. I thought I was gonna give them a word. Type list. Oh, it needs, yeah, I need to say what type of variable it is. This is just a string. There.
Oh, I was like, Devon, you're not the pal.
I am today. I am your peer advising leader. How may I help you?
Get out of my space.
Are you a pal?
No.
Okay. Yeah, currently I'm doing the 100 Days of Game Dev Challenge. I'm on day number 24.
Are you live?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
It's
interrupted the stream.
It's not an interruption, not at all. I actually enjoy like having people come over and talk to me while I do it.
Well, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. I'm making a default button that the rest of my UI buttons can inherit from.
Nice.
Because I got tired of making them from scratch.
yeah, that happens. Thanks. All right. Well, let me know how it goes. You know where I am. If you want to pop over after you're done.
I probably will.
Have fun, people on the in the interwebs.
Can I do this? Color? I can do underscore color. I'll figure out a better name for that in a second. But basically they'll grow instantly when they're in the thing. Okay. And then, the label. So what I need to do in the start is I need to set that label. The label's text to the name. There we go, to the name of the thing, and then I probably want to like after that set center everything, which I'm glad I kept in my UI. I'm super happy about being able to center to reset your anchors. This is just to ensure that after the button, even if the text is too long, which I could probably turn on wrap too. Panel label. Nope, this is going to be texture label. Yeah. so that I know that I'm fitting all of the text in the screen. And if I'm not, I can actually do export, which is going to be an integer, the font size. Font size. There we go. And I'll set that at a default 18, I believe is what I had it at. And let's go ahead and make sure that that is being set. So texture label. And this one, I gotta do a little digging to get to. I know that for sure. It's in there. So it's the custom font settings. So custom font / font settings, or probably font size. Okay. Custom font / font dot size is equal to my font size. It's probably super mad that I did that because I actually don't know where that's at. But I think I can. There's a function called get, which will get you any property that you want. So if I get it that way, and then I say size, maybe. All right. Hey man.
What's up? What's up?
Nothing much.
I don't think your chat is going through. I've been sending chats.
Huh.
I noticed that it doesn't pop up on the screen.
On your screen or?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me test. Let me do a test.
Okay. It should show up on Facebook if you're on Facebook.
What's up? You live?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I've watched a few minutes.
Nice. Thank
in
you.
the past. Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. What you doing?
And what are you sending? I hear all I hear is this
nice,
ticking.
Oh, okay. It's fast. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't see it, and I wish there was like some auditory thing that would let me know, because it's just running in the
If you
background.
Pull it up.
set your phone on the side.
Ooh, yeah. See, I've been doing that, and then I feel like sometimes I still miss it then, but maybe I'm just bad and I should check it more often.
Actually, no. That wasn't a test. You have to check when it shows up on the screen. It's fast enough. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I got my cup now. Yeah.
Can I use your ukulele?
Yeah.
It's a Kit Kat.
Did you just get this?
And I've been playing the ukulele for a little bit over a year
Why
now.
is the tag still on there?
Because I like that tag.
Because it's like a hat, so you gotta keep the tags on it.
Yeah.
You gotta keep the stickers on it.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll see you later.
Yo, this is so cute. I'm
Yeah.
gonna decide.
Okay, I really hope that this is the way that this works, because I don't know any other way. Or rather, I'm gonna have to figure out another way if this doesn't work. Okay. So, wait, oh yeah, so a quick way for me to check if this all works is if I just run the scene that I'm on, and I can use this play scene button to have that work for me. Broken, non-existent function Gropan. That's true. So this is not type safety, but I need to check if get parent. Well, it's not if. It's like if the check if this function exists, basically. So if, which I probably should be doing for the rest of them. If get parent dot has user signal, has method. Ah, look at that. That's just so beautiful. I'm super happy about that. If it has this function, then I can just have it run it. That's a great way to check. But I need one more comma. There. Give me some safety checks. I'm always happy to have those pop up and then be able to fix those. Oh, I ran the game by accident. I meant to run this base button. Yep. Invalid set index size with value of int. I don't know. I really don't know how to like access that font property correctly, but I know I can find out. I feel confident somewhere in here I can find out how to do this. Console font fonts with size. And did I spell it right? Custom fonts font dot size. I wonder if it'll autocomplete for me actually. I'll try that out. I guess not. Custom fonts font dot size. And I think there is a way to like actually copy that right there. Nah. Okay. Even if it's not, I'm still gonna try to get it and change the size. If I run the right scene, I'm trying to run this button here, and it worked. Perfect. I can't actually move the camera in any shape or form, so I can't see the words. Ah. Oh, and I need to also go and set the name. That would probably help quite a bit. And so the name is going to be not working. Dot dot dot. And I can get rid of that. I can go back to making this blank. It should still stay the same. It won't stay the same. Probably not until I reload the level. Open. Yep. Be an open spot? No, you're by default just going to be a wall. I want things to bump into you because they're supposed to be interacting, and if it does the opposite of that, then I know that it's right. I haven't set up everything for it. So there we go. Not working, and it's over there in the corner. Good to go. And I got the font size. Okay, now I can do like I'll call it button color. I'll do the color and I'll set that up because that's fun for me too. It's gonna be a color it's gonna be color name. Alright, so I might just make it a string. I wonder if this will, yeah, var button color. And I'll just name it white. Does that work? Parsing, so we can't do function color, but I can do a string, which can be converted to that color name. And that's just the button itself I get to modulate. If I could spell modulate. Modulate. Let's go look at the base button, how to spell that word. Canvas item, modulate. Modulate. Let me modulate this button. Set modulate equal to button color. I want to check. Let's say where I'm also doing something similar in the JSON parser itself. So I'm gonna check. Yep, instance.modulate. I want to make sure that I'm calling it right. Now I have to make sure to call color in too to convert it over. I can't just pass in the string. All right. Er, oh man. Okay. I think I've spent enough time on this. I can check it that it works by. I can check that it works by having my one of my non-working buttons, which is this achievement tile, this achievement scene. Scrolling through all of that, I can have that, or I guess this achievement tile. I have that inherit base button.gd. And I think I can actually, instead of having to do this, I can just call pass and have it not do anything. And it should still, it should come up with that not working button. It's white and it says nothing on it. Say close enough. It's close, and it. So let me now open up that scene to make sure that my text, that I have text to say that says stuff, is the text is probably empty right now. So, and it's like, where do I want to do that? Level object. I'm trying to remember where this achievement tile is, or quest tile. Okay, let's go look at it in its properties. There, name. Quest, font size 18, which I think is a little bit smaller. I can start blanking these out, which is nice. And this will allow me to do it from the JSON too, like to write in this quest tile from the JSON, which I'll go ahead and I'll probably put in later, or because I want to start getting on to moving towards my actual goal for today. Quest, nice. So, add properties to the add button properties. To the JSON so that I have a copy of it somewhere, and I can and I can control more stuff from the JSON, which is super nice. Base button, yep, white is fine. Guaranteed, giving myself guaranteed values is always a good choice, so that nothing ever goes, if something, there's no chance there's no chance that by default things will go wrong. Okay, but now I can move on to making this another level. So I have this level 1 and this level 2, and after talking with a few people about the design, I've decided to make my levels a little bit more simpler in the beginning to get people used to just moving the objects around. So I now have this new sheet. I'll call it level 3. They'll be out of order for now, and I'll basically just fill it up with crates and then give the players a little bit of space to just walk around and like do their own thing. Let me go ahead and just grab this wall. Yeah, control V it there and just kind of just drag it along. Yep. Just go ahead and kind of give out some space, not too much space, but like enough space that I think the players would feel comfortable just walking around. 2, 3, and I also like symmetry for whatever reason. Okay, or take this and drag it over. Okay. Now with that, I can put the player 1 and player 2 in. say since the goal is still to have them touch each other, I'm just gonna kind of place a bunch of crates and a bunch of what will seem like random crates in the level, so that they just have to either walk around them or they'll see that they can interact with those crates. Yeah, teach the players to do things. There's no real puzzle here. There's just you can move around. Control C, Control V, Control V. Say so many crates. Should I put so many crates or should I just have only a few crates? If I have a few crates, I feel like the players would just walk towards each other immediately and like realize just how simple this puzzle is. But with more crates up there, I believe they'll take a second and to like see what's going on and just determine whether or not there is actually a puzzle there. And they won't, and then it'll give them a chance to kind of just play around in it, play around in the area. Okay. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is good. I'm thinking that maybe I could have a few less crates, or no crates at all. I could have the same stage but with no crates. So actually, that's what I'll do. I'll just copy this. Trying to make it as basic, not as basic as possible, but as obvious as possible of what you can do. Well, and so I think the hardest part for me in this is just having to go and resize all of these rows that I'm using. Now that I think, actually, I don't need this. I'll go ahead and delete this. I can write the same stuff right over here. I don't need another space because it's similar. I can just grab it and go. Control V, and then I'll have to resize all of these up here. Just on the top. No, I didn't mean to group them. Or maybe I did mean to group them. I don't know what that does yet, so I'm not gonna mess with that. 50 by 50. Boom. Now let's do it without any of the crates up there. V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. There. Same stage, and then one with crates in it. And then I can probably make one. Yeah, I can probably make the same. I can make one that does take a little bit of effort to solve, because I think players will get past this fairly quick. So just go ahead and copy this again. Control C, Control V. Yeah, it looks small. It's because I have to resize all of these. Resize to 50. Alright. Okay, let's try to make a puzzle out of these. Or, like, at least put an obstacle or two. I think I see one that Control C. No, blank. I think I see. Must say my gears are turning. I think I see a puzzle in here. And what I'll do is I'll just make a straight line of these. There. So it doesn't matter which player solves it. It can be solved by both players. And I'll do the same thing. Control C, Control V. But instead, I'll do it horizontally. Control C, Control V, Control V. There. Now it's getting a bit harder to do. I'll do another one. This is fun. Making puzzles is easy. You just throw bricks onto the floor and crates, and you call it good, right? That's my new saying. Control C, Control V. Oh, I don't want to move it. No. I just want to resize it. Boom. Let's check the chat. Okay. So, Control C, Control V, Okay. Now, I want to kind of try to change it up a little bit. Let's see if they can solve this. Well, I mean, yeah, you can just move one block over and you're good. But I mean, I can solve that. That's just one extra move from this one, really. Just move it over. Control B. God, we'll just make a bunch of them and see where people get caught. I like. Okay, I see where this puzzle lies. So this might trip people up if they think that they can solve this puzzle by doing the things above them. And if I do this one first and then this one, they'll kind of be taught that's true. That's not true, and they'll have to move to the other side of the board to solve it. Yes. Okay. Hey, then I'll copy this one and I'll make one just like that. Control V. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Can you solve this one? Is this one solvable? It is. Okay. If you move this one over here and this one over here, and then you can move that, you can push that one out, and then you're done. And you don't even need to do this at all. I guess it's the same for most of them, but I want to give the players a chance to kind of figure out that for themselves. Like, these first few puzzles can be solved by yourself. I would say with one player doing things. And that's kind of the point, is for these first few levels, and then as you progress, you'll have more levels that you have to complete together, which is going to be the point. But with having just the walls and the crates, there's actually not much I can do to get the players to cooperate with themselves, because no matter how they move them, the players, they say it's still the best solution when none of the crates are in the player's way. And if player 2 is moving a block and it moves in, and he's moving it away from both of them, it's gonna come up with the best solution. I hope I explained that right. Moving blocks away from the players is the best thing. There's like not much you can do. So I can try to, with this section of puzzles, make one where there's only one way to go, and resize. if one player moves a block, it'll be messing up the solution for the other player. And to do that, I'm gonna add Control C, control a wall on one side. These crates won't do well. This crate will do something. This crate do something? Control C, Control V. Now it looks like player 1 has to solve it, and player 2. Control C, Control V. And yeah, player 2 can't do much to help player 1 solve the puzzle. Which then I guess I feel bad because player 2 is not really doing much. And I can mirror that also. I can mirror this puzzle also and have player 1 not doing anything. It feels kind of bad to have a puzzle like that. So I want to try to avoid that as much as possible. I want both players to feel like they're making progress with each puzzle. And if player 2 realizes that nothing they do will be able to help solve this puzzle, then that's bad design. So let me see what other variations I can make with this. So I think I can start making harder puzzles, that's for sure. Or say I'm thinking I might need to add a third element to the puzzles, so that I have like a in other typical Sokuban games. Other Sokuban games, when you can push certain color blocks onto pedestals or onto like indents in the floor, and that'll trigger the solution for the puzzle. It'll trigger the both players winning. I think for now this is good. I'm pretty satisfied with what I have so far. Ooh, one thing I wanted to see what looks like. What does it look like when I just kind of checkerboard all the crates together? Is there something solvable in that type of solution? And I hope so. I just thought this would be funny, to be honest. Control Z, Control V. There. Can this be solved? Can this be solved? I don't know. I think I'm not supposed to know. That's what I'm going to try out later. Control C, Control V. I'm going to try that one out later, honestly. Is this worth solving? I'm very entertained by this. Control C, Control V. I think it can be solved. And I'm going to try to solve it right here. So if I move this crate, I can move it down. I can move this crate over. So I make it right here. I can move this crate down. I can move this crate over. And then if player 1 moves this crate over, we're golden. Okay. So what I'll do not instead of doing this one, in addition to this level right here, Control C, Control V. I'll make one that has less blocks to move. Control V, just like all the ones around the edge. Ju-
See you guys later.
Control B. And then I'll put some back so that the players have to move blocks. Hey,
What's up?
I got some more puzzles designed. Yeah, Control V. Oh,
This ukulele is so good. I love it so much.
thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful too. Oh my god. I
Control
love
C.
ukuleles, maybe more than guitar now.
Control-
They do exactly what I want a guitar to do, and easier, and they sound even cuter. I put frets on my guitar all the time because I just want it to sound more like ukulele.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, like I just clap, I put a cable on.
You say I have one also there somewhere with the
cable
what?
to ukulele. Nah, it's already.
Oh, dude, people get like So Bruno Mars sings in a really, really high tone. So you need for like to play his songs in key. You put one on.
How does this ukulele has a cable even work? What the hell?
Yeah, like that. Or put the rubber parts. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now,
And then
now it's starting to make sense.
and then you pull it back, pull the lever back.
Wow, this is.
Cool. Okay, look at.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yay! I got that. I feel like that. I made a bunch of progress when it comes to prototyping levels. Wow. I made today. That was eight new levels that I can go and implement, and they all look sort of different, which is good. Oh no! I forgot to charge my guy. Oh no! It says I only have 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna spend 60 seconds running upstairs and grabbing my charger. And with the last 15 minutes, I think I'll try to make some more levels, and that'll be a part of me implementing a new level, which might turn out to be implementing a bunch of these levels. I may actually do the JSON writing off screen because it's just writing numbers, honestly, and that can be kind of boring. But be right back.
I bought a ukulele recently. I just haven't learned how to use it.
Press one thing and stroke. There's a C for you right there. Ukuleles are the best. I'm gonna get mine too. This is the best. It does everything I want a guitar to do and even better. I put like cable on my guitar to make it sound like one of Sleep. Yeah, rest hecka well. You deserve it. literally buying a ukulele as we speak. Like this is too good.
Guitar Center.
No, I know a friend that works at a sales instrument sales. That's really good.
Nice. And oh well, I'm not back yet.
You're out of you're done.
Almost. I forgot to charge my laptop, so I need to put it on the charger so it doesn't die.
Devon be screaming all night long.
There we go. Okay, everything should be working just okay. Now, I have 13 minutes, and I'm really enjoying making these new levels. So, how about I continue? What other like cool patterns can I do? Oh, I could do like a triangle. Thank you so much. No problem, man.
Ukulele, it's so much fun. Thank you so much.
Hey, so when you get yours, we could totally jam together.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. When I get oh my god.
All right. Have a good night.
I'll be right there.
Yeah. Okay. Resize. Yes. What does a triangle look like? Erase everything. Okay, triangle mode. Triangle mode. I think it has to be something like this. Control V. There we go. I was like, I started making the triangle and things got confusing really quick. really quick. Actually, I think we can still do this. Control C, Control V. There we go. Does that... Do I have any puzzles that look like that? Or like have us the same solution? For this one, is really just move this crate down and get over and you're at their player. But what if? But what if I just add more boxes just to get in the way? Look at that. That looks weird. That looks really weird. How would I solve this? I would I'm actually having trouble solving this one, I won't lie. So I see. So I would move this crate right here down, right here. That gives me a path to over here, which I can just move to the side. Okay. When that now moved to the side, yeah, this is over here. I can move over here, push this box over here, and then I made it to player one. It took a little bit of brain power, I won't lie, but definitely a different solution. Like it feels like it's a combination of both of these, honestly. Like if I did this one, and then I did this one, and then I showed them this one, yeah. This one might take take some brain power too. Also, I think I tried to solve this myself, so I'm gonna move on to another one. Control C. Okay. I don't have to have the players start over there all the time. I can move them around. So I'll work on that. I'll put them closer, both closer to the wall, and they have to work the work to be done. We'll be getting away from the wall, and or rather, let's move them closer. So Control X, Control V, yeah. Yeah, now let's go grab some crates. Control C. Control V. Control V. Control V. Like, this gets messed up if I do this right here. If I do that, then they see that you can't go that way. But player 2 can still go that way. If he can go down, he can push this down, and then the player 1's like over here. Man, I'm not gonna try to solve it yet until I finish making it, I guess. So, and it's symmetrical. Probably not the best choice, but it's symmetrical right now. Have to look at like from here on to 1, 2, 3, boom. Yep, you just have the space above, and this comes like this, and this comes like this. Yes, and then what else am I missing? This right here. This doesn't seem like that hard of a puzzle, because you can move this crate right here over, and then move that one down and down, and then you're kind of messed up. Okay. So you have to go this way, so push that over, and then push this one down, and if player 1 is already over there, you push this over. Next puzzle. That puzzle was kind of confusing for me, but I see that it still takes only one person to do, and if one player is solving it correctly while the other player is solving it incorrectly, or as long as the another player is just moved from their initial point, then we're good. But now that I've like moved the players, I'm gonna copy this one and see what other puzzles I can make with them in these positions. Control E. Resize 50. Okay, let's clear all of these out. Oh, no, let's not do that. What I'll do is I'll just hit the delete button. Yeah, nope, that didn't do it. Hit the X button and then just kind of move away. You know what? I'll just do it the way I was doing before. I'll just control view them all out of here. Okay, next puzzle. Well, see, I see, like with them now that they're closer, I have more of a chance to kind of guide them where I want them to go. Or Control Z. And I do want to guide them to the outside. Like, maybe I can make a maze with this little bit of space that I have. I think I can. Control C, Control V. There, whoosh, and then whoosh, and then whoosh. Maze. It's like all of these can be filled in. You say, the ones that I don't want to move, basically, I should fill them in with walls, but that's wrong. Yeah, I guess what happens if I just encase them in blocks? What kind of space? What kind of space are they gonna get? Pretty good space. But now I've changed, like, what I've done something different. Now that it doesn't look like this anymore, it looks like I've made another section of walls, which is kind of useless. I may just be done here. I may have to revisit it another day, but yeah, I may be done with these puzzles. Control V. There. Moving this down, you can get over there. Moving this one, you can get over there too. There's a couple ways to solve this one. And I honestly don't mind it. I don't mind it that way. It looks a little, I'll say it looks a little weird. And I kind of want to change it. But it is, because it's not symmetrical. But asymmetrical puzzles aren't that bad. You know, it still affords people different solutions. I'm not, man, so these last two have really stumped me. I feel pretty stumped with what I have left to work with. But it may also just be because of where I have the players located. I can make a new puzzle and just relocate them. Yeah, and I'll run this one a little bit longer than usual, just a few minutes, to see what it's like, to get a little taste of what it's like when the players are somewhere else on the board. I put them close to the wall and did some thoughts with that, but now I want to have them like this. Control C, Control X. There we go. Control V. What am I getting myself into? Yeah. So if I do that, is that even a solvable puzzle? I think not. I don't think there's space to actually. There's space to solve this puzzle. This one works. I see. So, little brain power. If you move this crate over, you can move this one down to push this crate all the way over. It's solvable. I'm keeping it. Okay. Dang, that's right on time actually. It's 10 o'clock. My hour of game development is done today. You know, my goal was to implement a new level, and instead I prototyped many more levels. 10 levels. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I prototyped 12 levels, and now I can actually go and toss those into the game. I just have to go and write the JSON files. I thought that doing this would be more interesting than just putting numbers into the JSON file. Since we've already seen that process done once before, we don't need to see it again. It's the same process every time I want to create a new level, and it looks like I do have my work cut ahead for me. So instead, I thought it'd be more interesting to show off making some prototypes. And for tomorrow, I'm actually going to start putting these levels into the game. Or that'll probably be quick too, because I'm going to do the making the JSONs for these off screen. I do not want you guys to sit here and watch me punch a bunch of numbers in. That's boring. So before I go, I want to make sure that I have a clear and concrete goal. And what I'm thinking I might do is implement a level select menu so you can select between the different levels. That's something I've been putting aside. I am trying to create all these levels, and I do want them to be concurrent, but maybe you as the player want to skip a few levels or go back to a level you couldn't solve before. I wanna allow that to happen. I don't know what I guess what the layout is going to look like inside my game just yet, but I do still need to make the logic for that happen. So until next time, I'll see you on day 25. Thank you for watching. It's been a great night.